Recording in progress. Hello, good afternoon. It is Jen Norlin. It is the 22nd of December. We had the winter solstice yesterday. It is cold as all get out right now here. It's -4 in the middle of the day. And wind chill temperatures are even colder than that. So today is a good day to stay warm for all my friends in Colorado. If you live in Wisconsin or Canada or Minneapolis or somewhere, that's probably nothing to you. So I just go about with your day. But I wanted to come in here and talk a little bit more. I've been talking about kind of from a lot of different aspects. The idea of taking responsibility for ourselves, for our lives, for what we've created in our life. And I wanted to kind of expand on that. This is something that can be pretty activating for a lot of people. And I found that was the case for me when I was still living in this world of things that were happening to me. And I've talked to some about when things happen for us and we can use those experiences and transform them into really a higher way of living, a higher way of being and existing. And today, like I've done so much work around this, and even lately, and it's something that, again, the work is never done. We always have more things that can tend to surface, but it's so easy to blame other people for how our lives are, what has happened, to why we do or don't do things, to why we are the way we are, or we're not a certain way, or whatever it may be. It's really easy to blame other people, and that is simply a way of not taking responsibility for your life. When I learned this and when I really integrated this in my life, it changed everything. When we blame other people, when we blame our parents for everything that we see that went wrong in our lives and blame them for being the way we are today as an excuse for shitty behavior or for, whatever it may be, or we blame an ex-husband or an ex-wife, or for financial position, or we blame friends or co-workers or whatever for ways or for things that have limited us in our life or our career or our friendships or whatever that may be. When we blame other people, we give away all of our power to change our life. The only way that we can shift and change our life and transform what we experience is by taking full responsibility for our life from here forward. Maybe you had shitty things that happened to you growing up. Maybe you didn't have an ideal marriage. Maybe you didn't, maybe there was heartache and hurt in friendships and things like that. Those are the times where we can learn the most about ourselves and about how we exist in our world. And those are also the places where we have the ability to shift and make those changes and really step into that transformation, going from why is this happening to me to what is it that I am learning from this. And when we don't do that, when we stuff it down, when we blame other people, we just hide it, and it's going to come out somehow. It's going to come out in another relationship where we see the same patterns. It's going to come out in another round of, behavior that we exhibit in our interactions with people. It might come out in self-sabotage. It might come out in, all of these ways that we have learned to cope and learn to deal with life. And those were really, really important at the time. I'm not diminishing the importance of what our bodies and our minds do to help protect us and keep us safe as we're growing up. But as an adult, it's time to stop blaming. Take control, take back your power, call all of your power back, stop giving it away to people. And we tend to give it away to people who, may not even be in our life anymore. And a lot of times the response I get to this is, well, Jen, you don't understand. You don't understand what I've been through. You don't understand. And you're right, I don't. However, I do know that we all go through challenges. We all have shitty things happen to us. We all have people that hurt us and experience heartbreak. And what I do know is that that's something that's common to all of us. Maybe there are different levels of it. However, when we choose to be responsible for our own lives, when we choose that we have the power to decide, we have the power to choose how we step forward. We have the power to choose how we step into an interaction. We have the power to choose how we move forward. And that requires a lot of forgiveness. So I do know the power of taking responsibility, calling back the power that I have within me, and being able to transform my life through that process and through forgiveness. Forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is so that I can free myself from holding on to that, whatever it is, whatever that experience or that person or, whatever that situation was. When I can let go and forgive that, it brings a whole level of freedom in my life that I never knew. I never could know when I was blaming other people. And so if you're holding on to things, if you're still blaming, if you're still making someone else responsible for your experience of life, you are missing out on the freedom of being able to create what you want. And that was one of the biggest things that when I learned that, really shifted and transformed how I step into my life today, how I step into my relationships, and how I have stopped certain patterns that have come up over and over and over in my life. And so just fucking stop blaming other people. It is up to you. And I know that can be really triggering for some of you. When you are responsible, when you take the responsibility for your life, and that also means you stop taking responsibility for other people's experiences of life. You are not responsible for those. You're only responsible for your own. But so often we don't even take that responsibility on for ourselves. And when you can do that, the freedom that comes with that is incredible. So if you are interested, if you want help, if you want to know more, please reach out. This is what I do. I'm a transformation coach. But it's hard. This is the messy part. This is the part where we go into the shadows and we go into that darkness and start to dig it up and start to accept that part of ourselves that maybe we've pushed down for so long. So reach out. I'd love to talk. And I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you soon.